Replay viewers, make sure you can still tap on the screen for hearts. You can continue to share this broadcast, and you can also give me a follow. I greatly appreciate it. Good morning, everybody. Hey, John Kurozawa here, and it is time for day number 18 of the 75-day challenge. Got to do this quick because heading off to a swim meet today. Cheering on my daughter and her swim team and their conference championships today, but just want to throw out talking about fears today, and a couple of quick things. And this came off of, I believe it was Scott Williams again last night, talking. A lot of inspiration comes from him. And first thing we need to do in our life is actually recognize what our fears are. And it reminds me of a scene, if you've ever seen the movie, the Keanu Reeves, Gene Hackman movie, The Replacements. There's a scene in the movie where the team is all sitting together, kind of in the classroom, and the coach is talking about, well, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? And they all start talking about, spiders and the dark and everything else. And they finally got to the root point of, okay, it's not those things, but it's the other things. It's, quicksand and the fear of sinking and the fear of failing. What you need to do in your life is take some time. Again, this is kind of accountability and getting to know yourself. Figure out what things you are most afraid of. I'm not talking the dark. I'm not talking spiders. I'm not talking needles. But maybe in your career, maybe in your faith life, in your marriage, your relationships, things like that. Write down, and this is going to be your challenge for today, write down your 5 fears. What are the things you are most fearful of? Is it being alone? Is it not succeeding in business? Is it not being able to take care of your kids when you're older? Whatever it may be. Write down those 5 things. Walk away from it. Come back later today, maybe even tomorrow or a couple of days from now. Go back to that list and figure out how you can overcome those fears. What can you do to overcome those fears? Now, maybe there's simpler things like, public speaking. You're in a job where it would be beneficial if you talked in front of groups and you're afraid to do it. Well, what can you do to change that? I know some people have inherent fears like that where they just cannot get in front of people and talk, and they clam up. I actually have a daughter that's like that. She's 10, extremely shy, did not like talking in front of people, but she overcame that fear. She actually did something at her school, and she wowed me the other day, like, holy cow, I think she finally overcame this. It's different for everybody, but write down, somewhere between 3 and 5 of your top fears. Whatever they are in your life. Again, not I'm scared of clowns, I'm scared of the dark, things like that. But, more pertinent things to your life. Write them down, walk away, come back, and figure out how you can tackle those fears, how you can overcome them. And then find somebody that can help you to overcome those. If it's a spouse, if it's a best friend, if it's a coworker, if it's somebody at your church. Hey, if it's somebody here on Periscope, I'm helping a couple of people with things here. I am not a motivational speaker. I am not a minister. I am not, anything like that. I'm just a guy that likes to help people, that wants to share encouragement. And that's what I forgot to mention at the beginning here. But so fears, getting to know what your fears are and figuring out how to overcome them. And your challenge for today, I'm going to simplify it. 3 fears. Come up with 3. Write them down somewhere. Put them on a Post-it note. Put them on a piece of paper. Stick them on your refrigerator, whatever it is. Come back to them later today or come back to them tomorrow. And figure out how you can overcome those fears and who is going to help you. All right. A little background on myself. Again, my name is John Kurozawa. I'm just an avid Periscope user. Been on here for almost 2 months. Love to share inspiration with people. Again, I do a lot of faith-based things. I am not a minister. I am not ordained. I am a public speaker, but I am not a motivational speaker. I'm just an average, ordinary guy that loves to share things with people. I do have a couple of other scopes that I'm working on a project right now, which actually I ended up having to delay one of them from last night. But appreciate it. If you're here, if you have not followed me, I would appreciate a follow. Just click on my profile. For iOS, it's swipe left or swipe right. For Android, it's swipe up. Share this broadcast with your friends if you thought it was at all entertaining. And definitely, hey, tap me some hearts here. Watch what happens when we get 10 hearts up here. Anybody, tap some hearts on here real quick. All you have to do is just tap your screen with your finger real quick. It didn't work. Uh-oh. Oh, you know what? Darn it, I forgot to put it in. Here's my little tip for the day. Yeah, I goofed. If you do a broadcast, put in the hashtag Halloween and put in the hashtag World Series. You'll get bats and you'll get baseballs. I forgot to do it. Darn it, I'll have to do it on my next one. That's okay. Well, I got to get out of here. I've got to leave in a couple minutes. I have to go get breakfast for my wife and leave shortly for a swim meet. So hopefully I'll be able to scope a little bit later today. If you've got kids that are going out for Halloween, please be safe with them. Make sure, especially if you're going out in the evening, that they are well lit. They're carrying flashlights, maybe reflective things. None of those old plastic masks over their face where they can't see. And make sure you are taking them to areas that you're familiar with, okay? We got to make sure our kids are safe. Have a happy Halloween, and wish my daughter luck today. Conference championships. Hopefully their swim team is going to be back-to-back champions, and she's looking to break a couple of records today. So have a good one, everybody. Share this, like this, watch the replay.